So I came across this post last night and I wanted to talk about it because the comments and the replies to this post reminded me that a lot of us in this country just want what we want, and we figure out a way to get it even if it will destroy us financially. And as someone who's big on credit and financial wellness and building wealth, this is a super important conversation. This guy gave out a table of best practices and what, based on your income or based on your salary, this is the max mortgage you should take out. It wasn't malicious in any way. It was just like, hey, stick within these parameters and you'll be good, right? And probably 80% of the comments are, oh, you're out of touch. Nobody can buy a house for under a $2,500 mortgage. And that is with a $120K salary. The average American makes $55,000 a year. The average household is $76,000 a year. How can this information is useless and blah, blah, blah. And I read it and I was like, this information is gold. It's not useless. It's like, yes, for all of these salaries, the bank will approve you for more than what he's telling you should take out. If you make $120K a year, I don't know the exact number because it's of course also dependent upon your debt to income ratio. But I know for a fact, if you got moderate debt or no debt, you'll get approved for a mortgage far higher than $2,500 a month. If you make 120 or you and your spouse make 120, right? Or more, you can take out a $3,200 mortgage if you want to, making 120 a year. But like he says, it's going to be really difficult for you to save and invest for your future.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted someone else to say it because I get roasted in the comment section whenever I speak about entitlement and associate it to Americans, because a lot of us are entitled, spoiled, rotten. Just as the gentleman was saying, the post, very beneficial, not malicious at all, but 80%, back to that 80-20 rule, right? 80% of the people found an occasion to get emotional and to show how spoiled they are. You see, it's not that home ownership, life in America isn't affordable. It's most of us are entitled. We want stuff that we can't afford, we don't want to work for, and we expect the government, landlords, whoever you perceive the rich, to take care of these things opposed to you doing it for you. This video is going to go over what we as lenders, because I actually am a lender. My NMLS license number is 180100 for over 20 years. I'm going to give you some tools that you can use, and my intent is not malicious. It's just to help you buy the right way. And this is just from a 10,000 foot view. Obviously, you have to go deeper into your situation because everyone's situation is unique to yourself. At the end of the video, you will have a great understanding on how lenders qualify you on the gross, but how you live on the net. And the reason you want to take heed, for those that can hear, to the information is to prevent things like this. Hi, my name is Robert, and on this channel, we simplify the home loan process.
Lacey, how much is your house payment every month?
$3,100.
$3,100. And how much are you bringing home?
After taxes, I bring home about, 56.
Oh my gosh.
100.
Yeah. You can't afford this house. I mean,
No.
I mean, that leaves you, $2,000-ish per month. How much are your debt payments on everything else?
Usually over 1,000. My car note is about 400 because I put down about 15,000 on my car, so I owe about 19. And then slowly, throughout the last couple of years, I used credit cards here and there. But when I initially purchased the home, I didn't have any credit card debt. I did do an FHA mortgage, so I do have PMI. But yeah, it was definitely a poor financial I wanted a newer home and
Yeah.
wanted a private office space. And I don't know, I've looked at foreclosure, short sale, but the home's kind of, a lot hasn't been taken off of, besides my down payment because of how much is going towards interest.
Well,
So, it's still about 365.
for sure. Well, and I'm just wondering, even with your car payment and other debt, I mean, you probably only have $1,000 to do everything, Lacey, of to eat and to pay your bills. I mean, electricity and all of it. Are you going into credit card debt every month to keep just your basics afloat?
Yeah, basically, and then the cycle is vicious because, I pay the payments and then, I'm broke, within a week or less after I'm paid.
Do you know how much the house is worth right now?
So that's the thing, it's worth about $385, and I owe about $370 on it because much hasn't gone away. So
Sure.
I think that I'm going to come out of negative.
That's fine.
Yeah,
though.
it may be a little bit negative, but I would rather do that and free up $3,100 a month. Now you'll have to pay rent somewhere, but even if you can find a place for $1,800, right? I mean, this starts to free up.
So yeah, man, as you can see, unfortunate situation. Hopefully she took the advice and sold the home. But if you listen, sounds like she started off good, but the I want syndrome got a hold of her. And we all have been guilty of the I want. And so when it comes to how a lender qualifies you, it looks like she was very well qualified, meaning she had the money even in the beginning. Although we use the gross to qualify, she still has a significant amount of money left over the net. But I wanted a home office. Are you going to use a home office to either increase your W-2 income potential by having a stay-at-home job and not defraying the cost of going to an office, gas, things of that nature? Or are you going to have a business where you're going to create some additional income? YouTube, right? Crafting something. Or is it just another spot in your domicile filled with a bunch of stuff that you bought at the time that you bought it and got a dopamine hit that you don't use? And the reason I'm passionate about that is because I'm going through my situation right now to make sure just because I can, I don't. Because see, I want is going to kill future Robert's peace, in that the monies that I spent now that I could have had working for me for my future self, when I'm either not able or I don't want to get out here and try to get in the field with you younger folks or folks younger than me at whatever time that is, well, then that's when I'm going to realize and feel that the decisions that I make today. So she was good, but she told you, and once you get this new place, now the I want, or I need to furnish this and I need to do that. And I do. Listen, man, listen. And this is one lesson that I'm so glad that I've learned. And a lot of you, unfortunately, are at a disadvantage because you've never been without. You see, when you're going and you're without and not having and lack, if you utilize it the right way, it always helps you to leave some margin for the unknown. See, I'm never going to get to the line because I know what it feels like not to have. Unfortunately, a lot of you guys, especially younger folks, haven't grown up like that because people like me wanted you not to feel those things. And it's a detriment in that your want, your emotions overtake reality. And the good thing that this lady did was she called someone that has given some good advice, because when you're in the thick of it, you can't see the trees for the forest or the forest for the trees, however that thing goes. So as they told her, sell because you could free up some money, but you got to deal with the perceived condemnation or the I failed with the masses. Well, the masses ain't paying that mortgage for you. So I said all that to say this: if you find yourself in a situation like this lady has found herself in, don't go down with the ship, because you have to maintain your credit, because this is a debt-based system, and credit is very important so that you can leverage and do those other things. And as the host told her, hey, you're going to have to rent. That's fine. Okay. But right now it's about making sure you have enough money to survive. All of that happened because I wanted a place that is too big, and I didn't understand the cost associated with it, or who I am in buying all this stuff and creating credit card bills that I didn't have. And now I'm in this predicament. Good thing she has a home, because unlike a lot of us, we get ourselves in a lot of this debt that's not associated with anything that you can sell. You smoked it and it's gone, and now the debt lingers. So lenders qualify you on the gross. Remember that. But you live on the net. You live with yourself, and home ownership, the holding costs, the maintenance, there's cost associated. Here's something that you can use. 14 cents, 0.14 times the square footage of whatever home that you own or thinking about buying. If you can't put that number to the side every month from the time you buy until you sell, if you never sell, if you can't put that money to the side, you can't afford that house. Number two, factor 25% of when you get into a home that you can't see, of furnishings and things of that nature. I did it myself. So I'm not talking at you. I'm telling you, the phenomenon is real. And even people that realize it, I got caught up. I was like, hold on, let me slow down. You feel me? Because we don't have any debt, because I don't like being in debt, but we spent a whole lot of money for furniture the last time we moved into a new crib. And I was thinking about that the other day, because I was talking to my mom, and she was like, why does everybody always buying and selling houses every 3 years? And I'm like, you know what? Where did we get that? You need to get somewhere and sit down, so that when your kids come up, this is in my mind how it should be. Raise the kids. If you have someone that's qualified to go to college in a field that is going to be commensurate to a high income when they get out, and you can pay for it, they need to stay at home and go to the local community or university while in school, so that when they graduate, they don't have any debt. Number two, say you're 22. What's the rush to get out here in these streets? 22 to, depending on how mature they are, right? Let's say 24. That time, their first job, if they can get it close in proximity, they need to stay with you so they can stack their ends. Watch this. Then they transitioned into the family house. The house that you lived and raised them in, that should be paid off, or dang near close to it. But your first and only renter should be your children, because they need to learn responsibility. But if they have a faux pas, it's mom and dad's crib, and it's in the family, and it's the generational thing, because in the end, they're going to get it anyway. See, we're teaching, and they can stay there as long as possible until the time they get married and create another household, so on and so forth. This is, in my mindset, that's what I should have did. But my mind was telling me, my mind was telling me no, but my body. You see, a lot of us is hot in the pocket. And this flesh, again, my decisions will jam you up every time. What does this have to do with a mortgage? Everything. And this is why you guys come to this channel, because we give you the real. You ought to be tired of all the bullcorn and the BS that's out here, that people are telling you what you want to hear to extract money out of your pocket, only to be like this last caller, to find yourself by yourself in a pickle. I don't want that to happen to you, because home ownership is great, because it provides utility and it helps you nurture, protect, and groom your most valuable asset, your family. So remember, lenders qualify you on the gross. You live on the net. You need to know that, because taxes and insurance increase. And there's a litany of things that you need to make sure you have in place, because just buying the house, the social media moment isn't going to do it any longer. We have to get into these homes, maintain them, and we have to buy where we can win. We have to buy what we can afford. Now, if you've watched this video to this point, thank you. Hit the subscribe button. 72% of you guys that watch aren't subscribing. I appreciate it, because by you watching, it lets me know something is resonating with you. Number two, if you say, Robert, you know what? I'm ready to get onto the housing ladder. I just been looking for someone that I can trust to help me make the proper decision based upon my information, not the internet. Well, you're in luck, because I'm a lender. My NMLS license number is 180100, and I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I would love the opportunity to have a conversation to see if there's a fit. My contact information is in the description below. If you say, you know what, man, I don't like you, you tripping, I get it. Thus, this is the spice of life. But I would admonish you to find someone that you know, like, and trust, and figure out what your situation is, because home ownership is at stake. My time is up, but I thank you for yours. As I always say, guys, let's be good to one another. Let us let grace abound. Watch these next 2 videos. It will help you on your journey. And until the next time, indeed, y'all stay blessed.